You're listening to the Rossco Fantasy Football Show, live on the Peak One Sports Network.
Welcome back, guys. Week 10 of the Rossco Fantasy Football Show, live from No Frills in Arlington. Glad you guys could join us tonight. I know it's election night, so we got a very short episode for you this week. But as always, welcome and welcome. I hope you guys have been doing good on your fantasy. Apologize for not doing a show last week. I was a little under the weather, so I ended up not being able to make it out. But we are back, and here we go. As always, you guys know I am out here live at No Frills in Arlington. No Frills is a local sports bar and grill that offers good times for all ages. Whether you're coming out to catch the game, bringing the kids to the arcade, or maybe you're just grabbing a drink with your friends, visit No Frills Bar and Grill in Arlington, Fort Worth, Mansfield, Keller, or Burleson today. Shout out the owner, Greg. Shout out owner manager, Dave. And shout out our always awesome service that we get here in LA. So very happy to be here. Also, shout out to our sponsor, the Dapper Dog Academy. Dapper Dog Academy is a top-notch dog training academy located in Cleburne, Texas. Owner and head trainer Corey Bennett has nearly 10 years experience helping your canine companions become the best version of themselves. Contact Corey and the Dapper Dog Academy on Facebook and book your consultation today. And Dubby, of course, if you're seeking a superior energy drink to replace those inferior caffeinated beverages, Dubby contains 0 maltodextrin, 0 artificial colors or dyes, and 0 proprietary blends. The coffee fruit extract is the star of this delicious drink, helping you to energize without the jitters or crash. Order Dubby. What's up, guys? You want to say hi? Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. Well, hey, we're just doing a little fantasy football over here. What's up, dude? Just doing a little fantasy. So if you guys order Dubby using code PEAK1, you'll get a 10% off your order today. So very excited for Dubby. And also, very excited to get going here on our first segment. You guys know I'm a big fan. It's Who Sucked the Most. Now, again, we're doing a little bit of a shorter episode for you tonight. So Who Sucked the Most, as always, brought to you by Evans Vacuum. Does your vacuum suck? Or maybe your vacuum doesn't suck. Either way, you should go visit Evans Vacuum. You know it as a store with the big vacuums in the windows, but since 1937, people all over DFW have known Evans Vacuum as the leader in quality vacuum sales and service. Swing by one of 3 Evans locations in Arlington, North Richland Hills, or their Camp Bowie location in Fort Worth and receive a free estimate to fix that less sucky sucker you have, or mention the Rossco Fantasy Football Show for 25% off your purchase. Visit Evans Vacuum today. So, for this week's Who Sucked the Most, like I said, going to be a little bit shorter. So I've only got one little slide for you guys this week, and then we'll let you get back to your election attention. But basically, it was all Cleveland Browns. I ended up putting Njoku and Chubb up here just because, those are the players you were expecting the most out of this week, and they both let you down the most. I know me personally had a league. I played both in a league just based on bye weeks, and I ended up winning, just lucky. I had Lamar, did okay. Travis Kelce did pretty good this week, so I ended up winning my leagues. But David Njoku this week for fantasy football kind of sucks. Only 5 receptions on those 7 targets for only 29 yards. He was still 3rd on the team in receptions and targets, but the Jameis Winston issue is still ongoing there. Sacked 6 times. I do think it'll get better for Njoku. They've got easier opponents coming up, but also he still has at least 5 receptions in the last 4 weeks. So, in that dry and barren land of tight end, Njoku still has some hope out there for you. I know I'm going to keep him, but so this week he sucked. Also, Nick Chubb, granted he is only 3 games back from injury, but this week 15 carries, only 39 yards. So wasn't a whole lot out of him. Did catch that one ball for -4 yards. So kind of, I guess you got like the 0.6, like the half a point maybe out of that, but hard to tell. It's a little too close to call on whether or not that was just a fluke or what. Now he does play New Orleans next week, so he should be a little bit better. Although next week probably those running backs that you're playing ahead of him are going to be back already. So no need to worry about it. But that was Who Sucked the Most, brought to you by Evans Vacuum. Big fans of them. Also, you guys know, very big fans of our next segment. Again, kind of doing that speed show tonight, just doing it real quick. I know we got the election coverage going on, so we're going to do To Cut or Not to Cut. Again, just kind of a one-slide little presentation for you. But so this week's To Cut or Not to Cut, as always, brought to you by our friends at Double F Landscaping. If you're looking to make a cut or maybe a change to your backyard lineup, contact Double F for all of your yard maintenance, flower bed installs, backyard renovations, and those fast approaching fall cleanups. Get your free estimate today by calling 817-631-3399 or check them out on Facebook at Double F Landscape. Double F Landscaping. Make your yard look so good, the Joneses will be trying to keep up with you. Not bad, Not bad. Those guys are awesome over there, Double F Landscaping. Make sure you check them out. And Dylan is great. He's got a great crew and does really, really good work. So you guys make sure you check him out. All right. Also, so Xavier Worthy, I like to be a little bit controversial in these cuts now, and I know this one's going to hurt. Now, I did put a caution on here. Okay, we'll get to that. But Xavier Worthy is still owned. He's owned in 85% of leagues. All right. I think at this point, there's a new guy in town. I don't know if you've heard about him. He's kind of awesome. His name's DeAndre Hopkins. He's the new number one. Do you see what I did there? Because Xavier Worthy's number one. Okay, so anyway, there's a new number one in town, DeAndre Hopkins. Xavier Worthy this season, all season, 19 receptions on 39 targets. All right, only 235 yards. Now he does have the 3 touchdowns, but we're in week 10, guys. So that's not even like a touchdown every 3 weeks. Maybe it is. But, I mean, come on. All right? So he's going to have really low value to fantasy teams for the rest of the year now with DeAndre Hopkins there. Kelsey's figuring stuff out. They still have, the other tight end who's awesome, Noah Gray, I think it is. Let me know in the comments if I'm an idiot, but pretty sure. And then, with the addition of DeAndre Hopkins, I wouldn't expect a lot out of him. Now, the reason I made him the pick this week for To Cut or Not to Cut is because you do want to cut him, but I put the caution like I said, okay? So let's read the fine print here, folks. All right, caution. All right, cutting this player may result in seeing him go off one more time and spending the rest of the season wondering if keeping him would have been better, and also false hope that playing him any week after that might make you look good or make you look smarter than the average guy, okay, or girl, right? The average fantasy manager. So here's the deal. I'm telling you to cut Worthy. I'm not telling you that he's not going to have a good game every now and then, but is he worth the roster spot? Is he worth the roster spot? That's going to be the real question. So, I think not. I think that DeAndre Hopkins is going to just take over, and Kelsey's going to keep doing great. Kareem Hunt is also kind of valuable in the passing game for Mahomes. He's got a lot of targets, and I just think Xavier Worthy, being a rookie, even as excited as they were to get him, I think he's just going to keep dropping. So, I'm not really sure you want to keep Xavier Worthy. So, let's see here. Ooh, here's another good one. You guys know I love it. Bye, bye, bye. We're going to do Bye with Bryce, DFW, bye, bye, bye. So very excited for that. All right, so as always, Bye 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 is brought to you from our friends at Buy with Bry DFW. Are you ready to buy? Buy with Bry DFW is a realtor you can trust with 6 years experience in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, in-depth knowledge of the market, and a passion for finding you the right home. Buy with Bry DFW is the best way to buy DFW. Call or visit them on Facebook, Buy with Bry DFW. So I got his Facebook right up here. Make sure you go help him out, get some more followers, help him sell some more houses, and help you guys with your home. So, Buy with Bry DFW. So this week, little harder to find some of those. I've already told you guys about the tight end in Tampa Bay, Otten. I already told you guys, quite a few players I think you should pick up that are working out. I've also told you some players that haven't been working out. And this week, all the players I felt like that were going the highest in ads and waiver claims, are going to be people that I've already kind of mentioned or that you'd already should have. Like, I think Kate Otten's owned it in like 75% of leagues now, There's other guy I was wanting to get who I want to put in here. He's already owned in like 56% of leagues. So I'm like, I'll back off of those. Bucky Irving, he's already owned in a lot of leagues. Like, I'm not going to tell you to pick him up if you don't have a chance to get him. But this guy, he might have a chance. And here's why. So Xavier Legette is owned in 33% of leagues right now. And Deontay Johnson just got traded to the Ravens. All right. So he should have a bigger role in the offense moving forward. In week 8, keep in mind, he did have one carry, but it didn't get any yards on it. But, they put him in the run game, at least one carry, probably a jet sweep or something around the end. And so that's cool. But he also had 4 receptions on 7 targets. Only had the 34 yards, but he got a touchdown, which is good. Right now in week 9, last week, right, he still got 1 carry, but this time he got 6 yards on it. Got another 4 receptions on 6 targets this week, 33 yards and a touchdown. Now, that's not super great, but in a PPR league, if you think about it, right, that's 4 points from the receptions. He's about 7 with the, with the yards and then the touchdown in each week. I mean, he's getting you like 12, 13 points, maybe 14, so, 14 if you count targets. I mean, and with right now, the way that some of these wide receivers have been doing, you play them one week and they're doing 18 points. You play them the next week and they're doing 7. Might be something to consider having going later into the season. Carolina is going to be looking, they have to throw the ball. And so, yeah, that's my thought there. I think Xavier Legette is the guy you should target for your waivers, or if you want to hang out, see if he's available in free agency, go ahead and do it. So like I told you guys, real short show tonight. Real short. So we're going to move into the Fantasy Talk with Rossco, brought to you by Apogee Graphics. If you're looking to make your brand stand out, Apogee Graphics specializes in bringing creative ideas to life, from custom signs and decals. Oh, breaking news here. Looking at the election. I know you guys are excited, but we'll let you guys do that. We'll keep this fantasy. So Apogee Graphics specializes in bringing your creative ideas to life, from breaking signs and decals to eye-catching posters and innovative 3D products. Apogee Graphics has got you covered. So as always, during Fantasy Talk with Rossco, we talk a little bit of the bye week schedule. So going into week 10, gonna be missing some guys. Obviously, hopefully the who sucked the most candidates for this week, Nick Chubb and David Njoku, that extra week off is gonna help them. Also, obviously, your other tight end that I've been telling you guys about, Tyler Kraft, right? He's going to be on bye. Jordan Love, Jones, not Jones. Oh my goodness! But the Green Bay running back who got traded. You know what I'm saying? Tell me in the comments. Anyways, lots of guys off, and then of course Seattle, right? Metcalf's he was out last week, anyways, but Metcalf's got the bye week this week. Josh Jacobs, thank you, was the name I was looking for, the running back. So Green Bay, Cleveland, Seattle, and then the Oakland Raiders, although I don't know if you're missing a whole lot from the Oakland Raiders other than Brock Bowers, the tight end, who is kind of the phenom, okay? So I did, as always, kind of comparing Yahoo and ESPN just so you can kind of get a sense of where your guys at. ESPN's putting Bijan against New Orleans as like the number 1 pick. And then no surprise, Saquon against Dallas as number 2. Now, not good news. Putting Alvin Kamara, a chain up there. And hey, everybody, look who's back. Is he back? I don't know. ESPN's saying he is, and they're saying he's going to be awesome. I'd be careful with Christian McCaffrey. Derrick Henry, I always think it should be highest on this list. I mean, he's just going off. Joe Mixon, Jonathan Taylor, and then you can see the kind of the rest of the list there. Surprised that Jahmyr Gibbs is as low as they have him on ESPN, but James Conner also down there. J.K. Dobbins been doing really good. DeAndre Swift has also been going off, so that kind of rounds out that RB2 tier. Now, On Yahoo, it's been a little bit different. Of course, I agree with Yahoo. Derrick Henry, number 1. Saquon Barkley, great opportunity at Dallas. Then they've got the Rams running back Kyren Williams against Miami before Bijan Robinson, but and then Achane and Alvin Kamara. So kind of, that RB1s are your RB1s this week. And then a lot of your RB2s are looking like RB2s. Jonathan Taylor dropping on both of those lists. So something to look at this week. All right, so for wide receivers, not a whole lot of difference here in the first two. Both of them, Yahoo and ESPN both want you to go Justin Jefferson, number 1. Obviously at Jacksonville, it's to be expected. Jamar Chase going against Baltimore. That's an exciting and an interesting one. I'm hearing a lot of talk like Burrow's going to go off this week. It'll be just an offensive show. And every time I hear that they're talking about, these two great quarterbacks are going to have so much offense, it always ends up kind of being a little slower defensive game. So obviously you're going to play him. But Amon-Ra St. Brown, interestingly enough, on ESPN's list, just inside the top 10, whereas he's number 3 on Yahoo. So again, Yahoo kind of leans a little more towards the PPR. ESPN kind of leans a little more standard. So that could be one reason for it. CeeDee Lamb, waiting to hear if he's coming back this week. ESPN's putting him up really high, just like they are with Christian McCaffrey coming off of his injury this week. But Yahoo's got him significantly lower on that list, coming in at 10. And then last but not least, tight ends. George Kittle, Travis Kelce, Cade Otton, Trey McBride, Evan Ingram. And then it takes all the way to number 6, Trey McBride. And, Dalton Kincaid kind of snuck his way into the top 5 for ESPN. I guess that's just because he's going against Indianapolis. But, and then Kyle Pitts, I think definitely should be higher, especially against New Orleans. But Mark Andrews kind of making a crack at the top 10 for Yahoo. But definitely he's number 15 on ESPN. So we'll have to see kind of how that one goes. And, guys, I wish you luck this week. I hope you guys have a great fantasy week and keep winning, keep tuning in. Hope you guys voted. I got my voting sticker on for you guys. I voted. Hope you guys got to vote today or, by today. And as always, thank you so much for tuning in. We did get a comment here. Let's see here. Oh, there's Adam. What's up, dude? Adam. Derrick Henry. I'm also a big fan. And Adam, thanks so much for tuning in and commenting on it. We love having you. And, well, I think that'll about do it for the Rossco Fantasy Football Show for election night, week 10. Again, we wanted a shorter episode, but I just kind of wanted to get some of those points out there to you. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. Go fantasy teams. And, we'll see you next week right here on the Rossco Fantasy Football Show, live, as always, from No Frills in Arlington, Texas, on the Peak One Sports Network. Y'all have a good one.